My people, Olori Naomi herself is left in total shock. Yes. As it is right now, Naomi herself is left in total shock with the outbreak the Oni has come up with, because this whole divorce matter that the Oni has, all of a sudden taken his stand on, and it is so strong. No matter what happens, no matter how it happens, Olori Naomi, hmm, in fact, she's completely shocked. So my people, Olori Naomi, we all know how far the Oni has gone, how much the Oni has done, and every single thing that has transpired over time on the Oni trying to bring Naomi back, the Oni making sure that every single thing goes well in the palace, and all that has been happening. But one thing we have always looked at in recent times is the fact and the reality that Olori Naomi will always remain who everybody wants. Yes, that one we know. So, taking back on this matter, we could remember when the Oni wanted a divorce from all his wives. He called them, told them that his hope is to build a better palace. His hope is to make sure that the palace becomes better. His hope is to make sure that every single thing goes well in the palace, and he becomes that king that builds an empire for his people. He called his wife, all of them discussed this thing. But simply because they only got married to women who competition is their only goal, competition is their aim and objective, they did not even bother to listen to what their husband had to say to them. The only thing that ever concerned them was the path to which they are going to make sure that they scatter every single thing, they destroy the palace. And right now, all with all these basketballs that has been going on, the Oni has told Olori Naomi categorically today that he is not going backward on any single thing happening in the palace. As he has started, that is how he will end it. And based on the fact of ending it, he is going to make sure he is going to make sure that he divorced this woman once and for all, and nothing, in fact there's nobody that will tell him stop that he would stop. Yes, divorce is the goal, and he's going to make sure he does that. My people, oh, everybody thinking that the only will stop at some point because his wives are fighting so much, the only will stop at some point because his wives are doing everything within their power to make sure that he stops. The person is badly joking. Yes, the person is badly joking, because no matter how bad these things get, there is a point to which people learn and people stop. If we want to take it back to date how these things went down and every single thing progressed in the palace, you will come to that point of realization that these women have been on a wrong track for so long. But because it is what they have chosen for themselves and it is a path they feel it is right, so there is nothing anybody can do about it. So they just kept on trading that path. They just kept on doing every single thing they felt they could do despite the wrong attached to it. And right now the only have made it very very clear that he is not going backward. When the only came out and said that he was not going to take another wife, all of them were happy. Our husband, there was jubilation everywhere. Everybody was happy that the old is not taking another wife. And it was written all over them that they despise the fact that only brought in other wives. But if they were not to bring in other wives, then after Miriam, she would have remained the only wife in the palace now, down till they married. Miriam married Toby, married Temitope, married Ashley. They kept on marrying until married Ronke, until all of them came in Elizabeth, and then all of those things. So my people, at the end of the day, with every single thing happening, it becomes safe. It comes to a point where you will say that how do these women think? But at the end of the day, we only knew how he went about getting married to his wives. Yes, he knew, because if he didn't know, then how on earth did he end up with all the best demons in each state that he ever got married to? Yes, because right now that he has said this divorce, he will make sure that it takes place. All of these men are doing one thing or the other to make sure that they come back into the palace. Miriam fighting with Olori Naomi's sister and the mother, it is nothing more than let me have a chance to return back into the palace. That is it. It is nothing more than that. And if you ever ask her what these people did, they did nothing. The only crime they ever committed was being Naomi's mother and sister. That is just it. So as the whole matter is right now, no, my people, even what how to analyze this matter when it comes to these women, it begins to be quite difficult because what these women themselves want, nobody knows what they want. That is the problem. Nobody knows exactly what these women want, because today they are here, tomorrow they are there, and then it becomes mixed. In fact, we call it mixed agenda, because at the end of the day, what exactly do they want? If you ask them, they don't know. Is it to stay in the palace? Because we thought they were fighting to stay in the palace. The next thing, some of them said to me, let me go and marry, and I want to marry since you don't want to keep me. So at the end, what exactly these women want, it becomes difficult for someone to know. But the thing is right now that the owner have made it super clear. Yes, he has made it all clear to everybody who cares to know. In fact, he said it to Olori Naomi right inside the palace. He said it to her there that this whole divorce thing, I am not going backward on it. And you see all these women, they would leave. Yes, he would make sure they leave. As every single day as this matter progresses, you see how serious the Oni gets to be about it. But before now, we saw how it was more like the Oni was begging these women, please, please stop what you are doing. Yes, just about how many, should we call it years, have been months, Oni was literally begging these women, please stop. Look at those times these women will send people after Olori Naomi, will go after Naomi, will make sure that that happens. And you know, the Oni will just overlook it, down to a point that the DJ of Akure even had to ask that, what is happening? Is it that you don't want to talk? Or is it that you are not seeing it? Because from what is happening in the palace, there's no way you would say that you can't see it. Yes, from what is happening in the palace, there's no way. The only will say that no, 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 I can't see it, I can't see it. No, it's not possible. But you see, as time kept on progressing, law changes, and the persons in power changed. Everybody, everything changed, and only became the one in charge. And right now, the rest is history. Yes, and now that he has said to Olori Naomi that he would make sure it happens. Let's wait and see how it goes. Yes, let's wait and see how this plays out, because at the end of the day, Oni stands at the winning end of this whole matter. Yes, Oni stands at the winning end of this matter at the end of it all. These women may think they are smart, they may think they are doing what they feel is right, but the end of it, the Oni still has it lying in his palm. He has it all.